Oh, do we do it? Do we do it? Let's leave it up to the gods. Let's leave it up to the RNG gods. If we get between 0 and 40, I'm gonna shove here. Ooh. Welcome. We're beginning our grind right now as we speak. We're gonna make a boatload of money. I just got a coaching session yesterday that was life altering. No, it wasn't, but I learned some pretty cool things that I wasn't anticipating or aware of. So I'm here to put those learning lessons into action. Okay, interesting spot. He c-bets flop. Trying to decide how much I want to continue here. Yikes. Yikes for who? I don't know. For me, I guess. I'm not insanely psyched about this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. For 100 big blinds. And then I get this in. Oh boy. Oh boy. 2 in a row. 3 in a row, really, in the span of what, like 90 seconds. The gods just decided to look down on me with a smile for just a few minutes. Let me know they're thinking of me. I see you. The gods, baby. That was quite delightful. Are you bummed about Gilbert Burns? I am very bummed about Gilbert Burns. I am insane. Like, that was rearing up to be the best card of the year. Brutal. Not to point the finger and shame Gilbert Burns for being irresponsible, because maybe during this whole time he was super responsible and just got unlucky, just shook the wrong hand or, you know, breathed air next to the wrong person. You know what I mean? Like, that's how crazy this whole coronavirus situation is. But, you know, if he wasn't being responsible, shame on him. Because when he beats Tyron Woodley there, as well as he beat Tyron Woodley, like, he wrecked him. You should be thinking, all right, I need to do everything that I possibly can to make sure that I fight for this championship belt. Especially if he's willing to take that pay cut where he's not getting paid much in the first place. Like, it's time to train. It's time to train with select people. It's time to get constantly tested. It's time to socially distance myself from everyone that I possibly can. It's time to not go into public. Like, I know that, you know, probably what you want to do is you want to celebrate as soon as you beat someone as prestigious and as reputable as Tyron Woodley, but you got a belt fight coming up, baby, you know? So it really sucks, but maybe he just got unlucky, dude. Maybe he just got unlucky. That could be the case as well. So yeah, I feel bad, man. I feel really bad. But hey, if it's Usman versus Masvidal, I'm not opposed to that. Something tells me that Usman says no to that, though, on short notice, not being prepared. Something tells me he says no to that. Yes, I like how Party is shortening late regs on a lot of their tournaments. This one, like 8 levels of late reg in the PKOs. Fan freaking tastic, dude. I love it. Just cut to the point, you know? Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Rob Young, I think, is just like, actually, you know, I have some critiques of party poker, you know, even as a party poker pro. Like, I'm not gonna be like this diehard everything they do is right type of guy, but I really believe in what party poker is doing, and I'm like really happy with how Rob Young is trying to make changes for the better for the ecosystem. I think almost everything he's doing is really good. Trying out different stuff too and seeing how they react, you know, it's great. Heidi, I watched your recommendation on JCS criminal psychology and really liked it. Do you have a few other recommendations, movie series, not necessarily in the same area? Best of luck today. Sure, yeah. I mean, the first one that comes to mind as far as like something kind of similar, but like not completely similar, is a YouTuber by the name of OKI. OKI, like those 3 letters. So he does just like really obscure stories that people haven't covered, almost like mini documentaries just on like weird ass people and their weird stories. Like the one that he did a lot of work on that I wish he got more credit for, it was this very prominent affluent French family that had like a long history in the country. This man had managed to basically worm his way into everybody's good graces within the family, and he emotionally and mentally manipulated them all into believing that they were in danger from a like secret Jewish society whose mandate was to systematically break down all of Europe's most powerful families. He had actually managed to make all these, and these people were smart, like they were doctors and like business owners and stuff. He had managed to make them believe that this was a real thing and that he was a secret agent tasked with protecting them from destruction, basically. And he had poisoned their minds so much that they had given him full control over the estate, and he had convinced them to self-imprison themselves into their homes, like straight up fucking like like board up the windows type of thing, and like shut down all operations and stop living a life and disassociate yourself from close friends and like even like siblings and daughters and sons and stuff like that, who, you know, the ones that had defected from the brainwashing. He had convinced these people to be like, well, those people are actually out to get you too. They're double agents for the Jewish Illuminati. It's crazy. That's like his biggest one. He did like a 4-part series on it. I'm not even gonna go deeper into it because there's just like so many other details. It's fucking insane. It's actually great. It's so crazy. He does another one on Pat McAfee, who is like the first person to create antivirus software. He's an absolute nutcase. If you've never heard of his story, that dude is insane. I'll give you one little intro into what Pat McAfee is like. He really liked hookers. Okay, this is a guy who's like worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Really liked hookers, and he really liked hookers shitting in his mouth. He only does like a video every 3 or 4 months because he puts so much research into each subject. So he actually doesn't have that much of a following because that's bad for the algorithm, right? But his stuff is really good. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. 2 girls, 1 firewall. He murdered someone down in Belize and like got away with it through nothing short of like pure theater. It was crazy. He's just, his life is just pure chaos, just absolute pure chaos. What's your top highlight or 2 of your streaming career, favorite moments? Oh, I think it goes without saying that my favorite streaming moment was winning $105,000 in the 215 Party Poker Million last November, and kicking out my dad when we were 4-handed at the final table, and seeing the whole chat just like absolutely like hound me for it, thinking I was really mean about it. That's without a doubt, I think, the #1 highlight for me. And if you guys missed out on that, by the way, it's that's on my YouTube. If you check out my YouTube channel and look for my biggest score ever, bummer, it's up there. My biggest score ever. I don't remember seeing that. Yeah. So this all stems from, my buddy Alex and I, we were talking about this because I remember, I think it was Bet on Drew. Maybe it was John Party. I can't remember. It was one of those 2 guys. We're really deep in something like really, really cool last summer when they were still at the Thirst Lounge. The whole Thirst Lounge crew was hanging out in the living room behind him. I think it was Drew. I think it was Bet on Drew. They're all hanging out behind him, right? And supporting him, which is totally cool. That's awesome. Very nice. But every time Drew had a huge hand, all fucking 8 of them would just like get super excited, get up off their couch and fucking hound him, right? So they'd all be like hunkered over his shoulder watching him play as he's like trying to play these major spots in a huge tournament, deep in a huge tournament. And you know, some people are able to process that totally fine. Like it doesn't bother them, it doesn't distract them. It's all gravy, right? It's totally cool. And then me and my buddy Alex were talking about it, and we were both like, man, I would get so much anxiety and it would totally take me out of my element if I just had all of a sudden just like 8 people come out of nowhere and just like start breathing over your shoulder as you're trying to like make a decision, you know? And I was like, if that ever happened to me, I would honestly just be very, very blunt with them and go, I'm sorry, you have to go. You have to leave the room. So I can't have this right now. I need to concentrate. You have to go, you know? And so that's what happened when my dad came into the room. I think he knew that I was deep in something. I'm not sure. Maybe he didn't, but he came in to check up on me. I was just like, Dad, I'm sorry. Like, I'm already guaranteed $40,000. There's like $30,000 pay jumps here. I just can't have you in the room right now. I need to focus. I don't need to hear my dad being like, okay, well, be careful, like pay attention. I can't deal with that right now. So I kicked him out, and people just like didn't understand that. They're like, oh my God, how, that's so mean. Why would you do that? I was like, I have to. I almost have no choice even, you know, because I need, your boy DD needs to focus. So I kicked him out, and he was fine with it. It didn't bother him. He didn't take it like as an insult or anything like that. Ooh, that's fun when your boy has Queen. queen. Oh man, come on. There's some really big leaks that I'm having that that like stick in my head that we kind of focused on yesterday. So yeah, I think I'm definitely employing them now as we speak, but it just feels a little bit more chaotic because it's very aggressive. Like today, I don't know if like the meta was like this 10 years ago, but like today's meta, generally, if you have leaks, most of the time it's that you're too nitty. Like amping up that aggression factor to a point that you're like not used to can feel a little bit chaotic and a little bit punty even, or degen like. But if you're doing it correctly, it's gonna make you a lot of money. So you know, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of like trying and failing on a lot of different things and seeing like what kind of results it gives me. We aim to get that BB 100 sky high, boys. Sky high. That's what we need. A nice sky high BB 100 so we can start crushing and moving up in stakes. Got about a 40k bankroll right now. I want it over 100k by the end of the year. Here's a weird spot. This guy 3-bets me at flat. He bets small. I think I can float with the backdoor diamonds. I'm so tempted to bluff this if he checks to me. Oh man, it would be just sweet to get him to fold some of his second pair type hands. That's basically like all I'm targeting here. We might get crazy on this river. Just to warn you, chat. Just get ready, okay? Ooh, coolered someone over here. Just get ready. Just get ready. Just get ready. Okay, like yes, he does have ace king and ace queen, but I mean, this dude is basically telling me that he's got like 9s through kings here. Oh, do we do it? Do we do it? Let's leave it up to the gods. Let's leave it up to the RNG gods. If we get between 0 and 40, I'm gonna shove here. Ooh. See if our boy hero calls pocket queens. Boom. Oops. That was fun. Was that not fun, chat? Puts a smile on my face. I don't know about you guys. Really appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out on my YouTube channel. The growth has continued to go upwards, and I have you guys to thank for that. So I really appreciate that. Make sure you guys come check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DramaticDegen. I'll leave a link down below. Of course, make sure you follow me on Discord. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Get to know what's going on day to day. If you guys have any questions, you just want to have a chat, those are the best ways to do it. I'll leave links down below for all of that as well. Yeah, it's been fantastic. I really appreciate that. Much love. Good luck at the tables. And if I don't see you guys on the Twitch streets or in the Discord community, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.